Greetings, it's a gloomy day here on the Southern Downs. Just out for the usual morning walk. A bit of light rain in the early hours of the morning. And yeah, staying busy. I'm going to talk about that because that's pretty much what I've been doing these last few weeks. Especially this week has been a bit crazy. So this week I'm ending up working 6 days. So today's Saturday, and after this I'm heading into work. So I did the usual 2 days at my my new job. Pretty standard days, no extra long days like the week before. However, I'm doing an extra day now this week at my old job. I'm doing 4 days there, so yeah. Overall working 55 hours this week, which is the longest week I've had in ever, I think. Yeah, when I'm just trying to think back. No, before I moved to this region, I worked at Coles, one of Australia's big supermarket corporations. I worked as a casual, but on occasion, I would. So most of it was like part-time, pretty much. Like I put in part-time availability. Like I was doing it when I first started up uni, but on occasion, like during my breaks, I would have very long weeks as well where I would take on extra shifts, and I had a few weeks getting up to like 50 hours, I think, but this is probably the longest week I've worked. So staying busy can be a bit of a double-edged sword, honestly. It can be a great thing when it comes to just getting out of your head a bit, because especially when it comes to being on this journey of semen retention, having all this extra energy, staying busy can definitely be a useful way to manage that. Because honestly, like I'm just thinking like, I remember back to those times when I was working those longer weeks, and man, I'm handling it much better now. And I think being in retention, having that extra energy definitely has helped. It is helping. If I wasn't on retention right now, I wouldn't be handling this nearly as well as I am. But I would say staying busy just for the sake of being busy is not such a good thing. It should be in combination with some sort of goal that you want to achieve. And let me just say, so looking out there at, I'm just trying to think of like the average, a specific type of person that works in a profession where they might have to work these extra long hours. You know the sort of person where they've sort of worked hard at something their whole life. They work extra long hours, a lot of overtime, all that. And I say that because I know these people. Like they're close to me, right? For example, working in the kitchen, working as a chef. That is a very, very hard role. I know that because I've got family members that work in hospitality. Working in hospitality, especially as a chef in the kitchen, very long hours, lots of overtime, and you're constantly on your feet, constantly busy. It's and also of course very stressful, a lot of pressure, a lot of yelling, shouting. I've never worked in it, but by people close to me, when I was younger, they were pretty much saying like, when it comes to career, do whatever you want, but don't become a chef. That's pretty much what they said. And like I'm not working as hard as that. No. Like I've known people, they worked like pretty much 6 days a week on the regular, and occasionally 7 days, and just very, very long days in the kitchen. I'm not working like that. No. And for me, just thinking about that, especially with being indoors all the time and stuff, working those hours, it would be absolute hell. Honestly, it would be a living hell for me. And look, it's I know like people have different interests, and some people, they genuinely they love cooking, all that. So of course we need chefs, we need people to do the hard yards. I recognize that, and I have a lot of respect for people who are able to work that profession, because I mean I've got a lot of my close and extended family. They're in that position, right? So I'm fairly familiar with that. But yeah, I wouldn't want to. I'm happy to do this now, especially while you're young, especially when you're like in your 20s. I think that is the time to like work as hard as you can, build, just grind up, grind, build. Yeah, your 20s are for building. I've heard that term used before. Your 20s are for building. So yeah, work as hard as you can, take as much work as you can. So really, especially like for myself, I really bit late into this in some ways compared to some other people. But yeah, really, COVID did mess me up for a while, especially like my trajectory. Oh, water system is on. Interesting. I don't know. No one uses this building anymore. It's long abandoned. There was a community gym in here which didn't have much equipment, but it was there. That's gone because the person who had all the equipment, they've moved away now. So yeah, there's nothing going on in there, but that is definitely on. It's abandoned in there. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, I've just been staying busy. It's been a big week, and yeah, I would say working something that you enjoy makes a big difference. So my old job, I don't necessarily enjoy it anymore as such. I don't get the same excitement out of it. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'll say that. It's not bad. And like I've complained, I've had some tricky moments with it, and I've complained about it in the past. There's gripes I have with my old job, right? But it's not so bad, really. Like I said, the biggest problem I had with it occasionally is the lack of communication. And yeah, for this week, like my old boss, while I was working at my new job, anyway, he contacted me and he basically asked, "Oh, could you please work on Saturday? Yeah, a lot of people are sick at the moment. Yeah, we really need extra fill-ins, all that." So anyway, sure, I said yes. Yeah, I'll fill in on Saturday. Yeah, it's good pay, of course. So yeah, and I'm happy to get the extra money, especially this week, because I just got 4 brand new tires on my car, and they weren't cheap, like $280 each. So I spent over $1,000 on tires this week, which were very much necessary. Especially my back tires really did need replacing, and I thought, well, if I get new tires, I just get a whole set, get some decent ones. I got some proper all-terrain tires on now. So yeah, anyway, the car feels much better on the road, especially with the rear tires. I was starting to skid a little bit. Tread was getting a bit worn, so yeah, that was good. Got that done. So yeah, I'll work today, and that will pretty much help me to pay those tires off straight away. I have already paid the tires, but yeah, it's pretty much yeah, most of my last pay is gone just into the tires. So yeah, anyway, that's fine. I'll do the extra day this week, and yeah, then we're pretty much on track. Yeah. So I would say staying busy for the sake of staying busy, not necessarily a good thing, because you can easily become just trapped in this loop where you're not really achieving anything. Like, because oftentimes, like I've seen, especially people who become workaholics, their entire value just comes out of work. It just comes out of most of how much they work. Their entire value comes out of that, and I think that's very sad. It's very sad. You see people, especially you'll see, especially older guys who are getting like closer to retirement, how you can sort of see they're pretty much defeated. And even like earlier on, like I don't know, late 30s, 40s, midlife, like you sort of see guys that are pretty much just, they still have to work hard and still have to do the hard yards, but they just look more defeated in a sense. And that's because I think they feel a bit trapped, like they've put so much time and effort into just grinding, building a life, and they realize like they just don't have it in them anymore, or something terrible might have happened in their life. Like life isn't fair. Life is not fair. So yeah, I'm just thinking of those examples and thinking, I don't want that to be me. I really don't. No one wants that to be them. No one does. But yeah, life isn't fair. So yeah, I don't want to get to that situation, right? So I don't want to just work hard for the sake of working hard. I want to work hard on things that actually matter and things that will actually bring results. So yeah, I'm right now, I'm happy to make the sacrifices, put in the hard yards, work hard. But yeah, down the line, I want to have more, time independence, financial independence, location independence, and I'm getting there. I'm actually getting there now. Like financially, I'm already financially independent. I don't have any debt. I'm in a good position for my age. Things can always improve, yes, but I'm in a good position for my age, right? But in terms of like, this is a financial independence, retire early movement, right? So I'm getting to the point of, yes, I'm financially independent. For me, what's more so important also is location independence. I don't just want to be stuck at a single location, dependent on that, like working in an office all the time. I want location independence. I want to be able to, I want my work to allow me to travel. And again, my what I'm doing with the new job, that is helping me get there as well. There's a lot of travel involved with that job, so I'm getting towards the location independence as well. In terms of retire early, I don't care about retiring early. I don't really want to retire early, actually. No, I wouldn't want to do that. I don't want to retire early, but see, even getting to retirement age, of course, there's so many other factors that go into it. Like if you get older and then you suddenly develop like an injury or like a health condition, like there's so many, anything can happen, right? There's so many things that could happen that could completely like upset your plans. Like some people, they might like work hard their whole life and they plan, okay, once I retire, then I will be able to travel and do the things that I want. But then suddenly they might develop a health condition or get an injury or something, and then suddenly they get to that age and they can't. And that's why I don't just want to I don't just want to follow the suggested path by mainstream society and just, all right, work hard and then go and retire and then do the things I want. No, I want to be able to do the things I want now already, and I want to have that freedom. I want to have that independence. But yeah, it's not easy to figure out. It's not always easy to figure out. But yeah, I know I'm doing well. I'm on the right path, and it's gonna be some weeks like this. It's fine. I'm willing to do that, but I don't want to lose sight. Yeah, I don't want to lose sight of what my real goals, what my real ambitions are, because I think that's too often what can happen, especially when you work these long hours and stuff. You sort of get so caught up in the details. Like you work a long day at work, you get home, like that's the thing. Like, for example, yeah, even if I work like this, and if you work full time, right? Like, you might say, all right, well, I'll just do what I'll work, I'll sacrifice this, and then I'll do what I want in my spare time. The problem is, if you constantly work like that, you're going to be drained of energy. You're not going to have the energy to do what you want in your spare time. Like, yeah, even for example, like this week I'm working 6 days, right? So yeah, tomorrow is my only day off this week. And yeah, look, what I like doing in my spare time, I like to go on day trips, I like hiking, making videos, all that. But believe me, I already know how I woke up this morning. I was already tired this morning. Tomorrow, I am not going to be able to do that. No, tomorrow it's just going to be purely a rest day. I am not planned anything whatsoever. I am just going to relax at home. And yeah, that's it, man. That's it. I'm not going to do any of that other stuff. It's stuff I would usually like to do: hiking, day trips, all that. Like I'm not doing anywhere. I'm not going anywhere tomorrow. It's just I'm staying local here, chilling at home. We all need those days here and there, but see, that's the problem if you do work so much, because you're pretty much like, then all your spare time, then you're just going to be recovering from the work you've put in, and then you don't actually have the time and energy to put into actually things that actually might that you might actually be passionate about. That's also why I've chosen the career path that I've chosen, like with ranger work and all that allows me to be outdoors, allows me to be out in nature, things like that, travel. I'm trying to like get to the point where I can get the best of both worlds, combine what I enjoy with, say, what I've studied and all this, like, combine it all into one, so I can so that work doesn't actually feel like work. Like it's interesting. My new job, like, it's not set hours and all that, and so far I've really enjoyed it. Like, pretty much every aspect of it. It's been a month since I started now. Yeah, it's been a month since I started. Yeah, this next week I get paid fortnightly, and this week I'm getting my second paycheck from them, which should be a good one. It should be a good lump sum because it includes the extra long days that I've worked. So yeah, I'm trying to get like the best of both worlds here now, where I really can focus on living my best life. And like, I'm still working hard. I'm still it's weird. It's hard to say. It's hard to describe. But it's like I've been like battling with myself for like years, trying to figure this stuff out. Like, okay, like I want to achieve financial and location independence. I just want to work a regular job like anyone else, like most other people, where you're just sort of tied down into a single place, single location, and all this. So I wanted to do that, but I didn't just want to like I still recognize that, well, I'm gonna have to like especially with this sort of work, and where I live and how I live, it's like I'm not just gonna be able to like pick myself up by my bootstraps and like say be an entrepreneur and like just do my own thing, be a digital nomad or anything like that. It's I've tried a few things out, right? And like, for example, I really wanted to get monetized on YouTube and all that and get this going. At this stage, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Google is such a greedy company. They own YouTube. They have just made it even harder for small creators who are trying to get monetized. It used to be the case that you needed, currently it is the case you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours in the last year to get monetized. 4,000 watch hours on long form content to get monetized. You need that, or you need 10 million views of shorts views in the last 90 days, which is that's bloody insane. I'm nowhere near that. I have decided to stop making shorts, and in terms of my watch hours, I'm at like 1,000 something in the last 365 days. And what's so frustrating, right, is I actually had the requirement. I'll add more than 4,000 watch hours. Go back like when I did my Sydney and Melbourne videos, like some of those did really well. Just from a few of those videos, I got above 4,000 watch hours. I got like pretty much half my subscribers I got from some of those videos, just those few videos that did really well. I actually had the watch hour requirement for a short while. And but unfortunately it's been over a year since then. I haven't had any videos do nearly as well as that. And the problem back then was I didn't have the subscriber requirement. Now I'm getting closer to the subscriber requirement, but my watch hours are way down. So yeah, anyway. But now, starting January next year, to get monetized on YouTube, you're gonna need 8,000 watch hours in the past 365 days. And that was a piece of grass that just got into my mouth. And you need 8,000 watch hours in the last 365 days and 20 million shorts views in the last 90 days. And you're going to need 10 million shorts views over consecutive periods of 90 days in order to stay monetized. It's insane. It's insane. They're just such a greedy company, Google, right? They're, I don't know. To me, it looks like they're really trying to kill the ad revenue based model where, creators that built this platform. Google didn't build this platform. Creators built this platform. Google just bought it, right? But they seem intent on running this platform into the ground and to kill the ad revenue based model of earning. So many creators are really upset with this. Large creators, small creators, but of course it's going to affect small creators the most and I think a lot of small creators are going to quit over this. I myself, I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting because I treat, like I said in my main channel, I treat this as a hobby now. I'm going to keep making videos, but hearing news like this is very disheartening, and it does get to the point where it's like I realize, well, I'm working so hard, I'm going to have to scale this back. I'm not going to be able to do as much on this, put as much time and effort into this as I otherwise would want to, because if I were to get monetized and really start making some money from this, of course it's a good added bonus. If I enjoy doing it, it's like a good side hustle, good side income. But now it's like becomes more and more disheartening, and I'm like, why should I bother? why should I even bother? This platform obviously doesn't care about their creators anymore, especially not small creators. It seems intent on treading over small creators who are just trying to get something going. But yeah, anyway, that's it really. Staying busy. Yeah, I'm decided I'm gonna start scaling back these videos a little bit. It's not gonna be quite daily anymore. Might be a few times, 2 or 3 times a week for the foreseeable future. And yeah, I'm doing the 365 days, and then I am retiring from the NoFap self-improvement space for good. That's the decision I've already made now. So yeah, I'm gonna start scaling back already and start making less updates. I'll make updates like 2 to 3 times a week. I might scale back to once a week, and just just whenever I feel like it, really update you on how the journey is going. But I'm really going to start scaling back on this channel now. Get pretty much semi-retired, and then retire fully from making these sort of videos once I have achieved my objectives here. So that's it. Hope you all enjoyed. See you on the next one. Onwards.